Everybody, happy holidays. I hope you're having a good break. I just wanted to show you something that I've been working away on here, which is kind of funky, and I thought you might quite like. So I've got a little board from the wonderful people over at Pimaroni. This is a TinyS3 by Unexpected Maker, and inside it it's got an expressive ESP32S3 part, which is kind of a bit of a beast actually. You can do all sorts of things with this. So that little board here, that's connected to my laptop with USB-C, you can see down the bottom, and I've got a serial interface connected out of the back, which we'll talk about a little bit later. But that's sort of sitting there. What I can do is I can power cycle it, and you'll see that it's kind of cool. It's connected through to my laptop over a USB interface, which is pretending to be a serial link, so it's USB-C-DC, and that's now starting up. And what's going to happen is take a little bit of a while, but Tasmota is running up, because I've got the Tasmota open source project built up and programmed into this. For those of you who know me, you know I have a deep affection for Tasmota. It's absolutely fantastic code. It's code as code should be written. And so this now is running up. It's sort of its smart home, Wi-Fi, IoT connected, but it does so many things. It's kind of hard to get your head around what you can do with this stuff. So this Tasmota code is now connected up to my local network, and it's given itself an IP address, and I'm now, you can see here, connected to the web browser that's running on this little board. And I can look at the console, I can see what it's doing. I won't sort of bore you with going through all the ins and outs of what this stuff can do, because it would take us far too long. But what I can do here is I can go and I can configure the chip, the module, and I think what I need is I need to set GPIO 18 to a WS2812 chip, and for those who know what that is, we've got a little RGB chip that's attached to an I/O port on the board. I also need to power it through pin 17, which I'm going to do there. So if I save that configuration, it's going to reboot. You can probably have a look at that. In fact, it's restarting, and then it will connect back onto the Wi-Fi, grab its IP address, start up its web browser. So if we just let it do that, and we're nearly there. It's taking a little longer than it would normally take with Tasmota, and again, for the eagle-eyed, we'll talk about that towards the end of this. So we're connected onto the Wi-Fi, the web browser is running. Let's go back. And now, as if by magic, Tasmota has given us some control, what would you call them, I don't know, sliders on the main page, and those control sliders are going to allow us to set the RGB LED. So let's have a little go at that. Oh my word, look at that. You can't really see terribly well on this camera, but it's green. Let's make it red. Let's make it yellow. Let's make it purple. Isn't that cool? That's really good. So, you know, that in itself is kind of neat, isn't it? But what's really neat is that what I've been working on here is a lot of IoT devices, most IoT devices, are kind of connected through Wi-Fi links now, and that's really, you know, it's complicated, there's a lot of configuration involved. We want to try and get away from that. So what I've been trying to do is to modify Tasmota so that it will communicate over a cellular link, cellular modem. So if you know about LPWA, or low power wide area communications, that's sort of what's coming with 5G nowadays. The communications that this little board is doing are going over an LPWA modem. How cool is that? So if I flip over to this little window, These are MQTT messages that the S3 is sending over cellular, and what I can do, because Tasmota is amazing, is I can send some commands back over cellular to change the color of the LED. It's gone to white, change it to red, and so now what we've got is a lovely little powerful microcontroller that we can deploy anywhere in the world. As long as we've got some cellular around and about, and we can send commands into it using MQTT, and we can make it do what we want. So I will leave it with you to think about what might be achieved with that kind of platform. Happy Christmas.